Hi, welcome back to my cup of TV. Jenny, JD,
and Kat.
So, Stray Kids.
Ooh.
And see you guys. I don't expect it, you guys.
Waiting.
She's done it.
So, another MV.
Mm.
This is FNF.
Do we know what that stands for?
Fast and Furious.
I hope so.
No, it's, I want to say Flora and Fauna, but I feel like they might have done it the other way around, Fauna and Flora.
Okay. But that's a reference that's used for something else, isn't it? People talk, like, is it emotions or a mood? People talk about that? Because isn't it flowers? I feel like I'm
I only know
probably
that
look
in
crazy.
the actual where it's used for plants.
Yeah.
And isn't it in Sleeping Beauty? Aren't two of the fairies
yes, they
called?
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I believe so. This one is about or linked, dedicated. I'm not sure exactly what, to the wildfires in Australia that we had in early 2020. Do you remember when the world just went to shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. From then.
COVID, fires, hornets. Good times.
Yeah. Our friends from Australia, she was saying that that really affected like their economy and everything, more so than COVID. COVID didn't actually
Well, they
get them
they
as
closed
much.
the borders very early, didn't they?
For an island, obviously a big one, they were like, nope. But yeah, the wildfires like devastated their economy. So.
I never even thought of the economic side of things. Just the vegetation, the animals, the, you know.
Oh, makes me sad.
And of course the people that then had to run. Yeah. Okay, so I know that from the unveil, there is an outdoorsy video. I don't know, I think they may have filmed it in Australia, because obviously they did go there on tour.
Yeah, well that would make sense, I
and
suppose.
as we've seen from Stray Kids, they're planning so far ahead.
That would make sense if they're wanting to bring awareness to that. And
yeah. So please remember to like, comment and subscribe in the comments. Have you been to Australia, or are you from Australia? Let us know where you've been. I haven't been yet, I really want to go.
It's very good.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Oh, I should look out.
Really?
Ooh.
really like that.
That was really nice. It was cute.
It was a nice tempo of a song that you could just listen to, or you could dance around a bit.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was nice. It was cute how in the MV, like obviously they're in the parks and they're appreciating the nature,
Yeah.
but then it wasn't completely about nature. There was like Lino walking through the streets and that, so it's almost like this collaboration between, we can still have our city life and then we, you know, but we've got to look after the nature. So
Yeah.
I was thinking like this would be a really good song for like climate change events and not protest, but you know what I mean, as in like it's a really nice
Yeah.
tribute song to make people from the right angle, because a lot of the times I think protests can risk going on the wrong side of people if they are of causing the inconvenience, which although people have the best intentions, but that's a really nice way to like make people feel positive about it, be like, oh actually I do appreciate it. Well, how would I feel if I did that in a
I
local
think
park?
it's one of those, it doesn't have to be all or nothing on either side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was it's a nice demonstration of that. Yeah.
I mean, because we're very lucky where we are, that we have some huge parks not far from us, yet we are in very urban area, yet we have massive,
We have a lot of greenery.
beautiful parks.
Yeah, we're very lucky.
I liked the fact that they went, with some parts of it was a bit like their street MVs with a handheld camera.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
Yeah.
It's almost like more of a personal touch, if
Yeah.
you know they've been filming that footage and that's included, so that's quite
And
nice.
it makes it feel much more, oh look, they are genuinely having a good time together in nature, not just, it's not like, and cut,
Yeah.
and they're done. It's like they're actually enjoying it when you get those angles.
Yeah. And like what we know of their personalities anyway.
Yeah.
The word cut doesn't mean anything anyway, because
Watching
they would carry on mucking about anyway.
watching Hyunjin running around with his arms out, I'm like, I've watched him do that.
in real life.
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
what he does.
He likes to do that, yeah. He probably did that since he was a kid, just
Yeah.
never stopped in the playground. He's like, I really enjoyed that quite big chunks of that song were in English, but to
Yeah.
hear people like Hyunjin singing in English, I thought
Yeah.
that was really nice. And the vocals were really lovely as well. It
Yeah.
was a really nice mix of some rapping in there and some vocals.
It was nice to hear some proper Felix vocal in there, and not just the deep parts.
No.
And different vocal from him.
Yeah.
And I really liked Hyunjin's rap part
Mm.
because it started, and I thought, oh, this is not going with the melody I'm expecting it to with the music. Like there were bits when it just kind of jolted me a bit, like, oh, that wasn't. It was just different.
Yeah.
Chan's vocal.
Well, again, I'm still learning. I think I know whose voice is who, but you know when like it moves the camera, it's not necessarily on the person who's actually singing at the time. So I don't want to make any assumptions.
I often get thrown with Felix's vocals because, again, as we saw from Deep End,
Yeah.
you don't know.
No, just
And-
don't know.
And Changbin's, because I don't hear it enough.
Mhm.
So if you're not telling me it's Changbin, I'm like looking as like,
Yeah.
whose is that?
Exactly, yeah. So I'm not 100% on who was singing what bits, but all of it sounded lovely.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
Chan sounded lovely.
Yeah.
But then, is it partly because it's Chan and the way we feel about Chan? When you hear Chan's voice, you're just comforted. You know, I'm just...
Yeah, it's just elevating. It was really nice. It was very, very nice, soft, falsetto, like higher. Like it was really sweet. Very nice. It's good. And they all looked lovely.
Oh,
They looked so nice.
they all looked fluffy and summery.
Although I don't know why Hyunjin wore that cap in the heat. I'm like, why are you wearing that hat? I mean, it looks really cute, but I'm like, you know,
Because I think Hyunjin...
maybe he didn't want his head to get burnt. You know, you got to protect their scalp. Yeah.
I get a burp party.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Maybe that's
think
why.
Hyunjin likes to challenge us with, find me something ridiculous for this video or something that does not go. I'm going to wear it and it will look hot.
Yeah.
Because you showed me that hat, I'd have gone,
Well,
but you put it on Hyunjin, it's like, oh my god, this is perfection.
Well, I did think it could be hot, but not that kind of hot,
Yeah.
as in just hot because you're in Australia and you're wearing like a knitted beanie. But yeah, no, it was cute.
This is where we find out it was something practical, like he was in between having his hair dyed and just
Maybe I had to
had to
hide it,
hide
yeah.
it.
That's good. Yeah. How can we style this out so that nobody knows I'm actually hiding my hair?
So my Binny, complete boyfriend look. Or is that just because whatever he wears, I'm like, there's my boyfriend there.
Yeah, whatever it wears, she could be like, that's a boyfriend look. That is now a boyfriend look.
You look like my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But one of my favourites, I think, is Han's look.
His hair was almost like blondie grey, right?
He looked like he belonged in a cabin in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, they all look very sweet. Yeah, the lyrics were quite sweet. There were some lyrics in there that made me think of maybe they had a bit of potential guilt, because I think one of the lines was, "I wish I could have done more," and it's interesting. I wonder if many people from Australia felt a bit of guilt or what. But I mean,
I think people do in these
Mother
situations,
Nature.
don't you? Yeah, you always think, what could I have done? Maybe if I'd have done more for climate change, or maybe if I'd have donated more money afterwards, what if I'd have, you know, there's always going to be something.
Yeah. But wildfires have happened for years. I mean, yes, obviously they're worse now for climate change, and everyone has their little part to play. Even if it's a little bit, you can help, that's fine. But yeah.
I also think it must be hard for them when you're away.
That's what I was wondering about, that guilt.
Do you know
I was
what I
like,
mean?
if they weren't there, were they feeling like, oh, you know. And it's very sweet, because in a way, they may feel like they have to, like that is their home, even though they love Korea and they have their home there with their bandmates and everything. They have a home in Australia.
Yeah.
So there could potentially be some guilt there, you know, of if they weren't there when it happened to help. But this is their way of helping.
Plus, we don't know if they do have any personal connections to anyone affected directly. You know, we don't know. So,
yeah. But I just thought it was interesting that some of those lyrics made me feel like they maybe were feeling guilt. I was like, oh, that's sad.
I think as well, what's really nice in the lyrics is that it's a song that we know what it's about because they've told us. But a lot of people could connect that to so many different relationships, because they're talking about that missing something and having lost something, you know, which
it wasn't like a it's weird for something that could potentially be so sad to be quite upbeat, so in that way it kind of clashes, but it was nice. And I think Ian he definitely did the first chorus. I don't know if he did all of them, but Ian, that was quite sweet.
I feel like Ian and Sungmin did together, didn't they? They switched parts for the next bit, for the next chorus. Because they had Ian on a skateboard, Sungmin in his dandy boy bike, Chan with them boots and them jeans, the denim.
I was going to say, was it like a denim jumpsuit at the beginning when he was lying down in the car? Was that like a jumpsuit? Like an all-in-one?
I can only picture the boots, his face.
Okay. Felix had his arms
Jenny's
out.
like he was wearing clothes.
Yeah. He was breathing.
Because in my head he was.
Felix had his arms out.
Yeah.
And again, he was in a park with a fountain and everything. Nice.
Jinjin was painting, which is nice because we know he likes his art. Changbin was listening to music and looking for a photo album, it looked like.
Oh yeah. What was Han looking at?
He had like a fortune cookie.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. It was, yeah. And he had a cap on. It's cute. And again, they love they do like a bit of running on the beach.
Lino was in the city leaning against that wall like a model. Then you could say though that Lino being in the city like that, and Ian also being like in a city, he was often looking out and stuff, that maybe they represented a bit of the I'm kind of stuck here, I can't be there, that guilt
could
part.
do, yeah. Like, because like if they were in Korea and so, yeah, interesting.
And in a way you could say that Chan being in a car on the side of the road somewhere obviously random is stuck in between.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so clever.
You're so deep.
I know. I'm actually glad that there was no direct footage or
like from the news.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. No, it felt nice because it felt for me like they were appreciating, they were grateful and appreciating their nature and the animals and all that, and it was showing how they can enjoy it, and even things like Ian skating on skateboarding on the bridge or whatever, and there was like, I think there was like a tree in the background, but it's almost could be like it's so much part of your daily life that you don't even realise, but actually if it wasn't there you would realise the absence of it. So it was almost like a reminder to be grateful and to look after what we have, because actually we're in a very lucky position.
Yeah. So that was our reaction to Stray Kids FNF. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.